There are differences, but there's also, well, I don't know.
There's also not limitations, right?
Yeah.
Like you could dream up anything.
Well, yes, although one thing I learned early on is that you say that to animators and they might get mad, like because you're like, yeah, just put like 100,000 dancing elves on a platter, and then they're like, fuck you.
I'm not doing
They're
this
like,
all night and all
yeah,
weekend.
great. Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like a billionaire being like, yeah, it's easy to like just get a new house and have it completely refurnished in like a weekend, and you're like, yeah, if you have people doing it for you, like that, you're, because it does have to get. One thing that's been interesting is like the things that are easy and the things that are hard aren't necessarily what I would have assumed.
Oh, tell me.
I don't know. There's just times when I'm like, oh yeah, can we just have a still image of something instead of having to animate it? And they'll be like, well, yeah, but that means it goes to design and they have to actually paint it. And these are hours, these are, or being like, can we change this? Can we change that? And sometimes one thing in animation that I guess there are versions of live action where you kind of can do this, I guess. But like sometimes something that seems like it should be a big deal, like this scene needs to be taking place in a completely different place, can actually be kind of easy to do. It's like, oh, we'll take this layer and put it over this layer. But then there are other times when it's something that seems like it should be easy, isn't easy, where you're like, can he blink here? And they're like, well, we're already time locked. And there's like a fire cycle in the background, which means that like if we just change that, actually, I don't think that's exactly what the situation would be. But anyway,
that kind of blew my mind though a little bit.
Yeah.